Hi everyone, welcome at Engulf Trading at 71. Thank you for watching me. If you like to trade the Engulf pattern, maybe you can choose me as a course for beginners. We do step-by-step training, live market analyze, and we put, of course, our risk management, which is very strict and straight to give us the profit. So welcome. Today I want to show you some highlights. A couple of weeks ago, I sent you the details about the Euro GPI, and what we saw is that we saw an engulfing pattern here. We saw an engulfing pattern here, and I said, well, we can climb to our first target, which is 170.44, and today it reached the 170.44 level. How do we came by that? What is our task? First, we must look at a higher time frame. If we trade on daily, then weekly is very important. Yeah, what will it say if we have a weekly engulf? I think we can go higher to monthly stop and reverse points. Stop and reverse points, you find them as open and closes, as something like that. So if you go to the monthly, yeah, this is a monthly chart of the Euro GPI. As you see, bearish, and here last few months we are going back to bullish and back to bullish again. Stop and reverse point here, stop and reverse here, and a long time ago we can go higher. So if we know that this is a stop or reverse, we should go back to the monthly or to the daily, sorry, and we know that when we have a daily engulf, we can trade it all to the monthly stop and reverse point. Yeah. If, for example, if you take a trade here, yeah, and I will take a long short position there, yeah, and you put your stop loss here under those lows, as you can see, it's a high risk reward. It's a risk of about 1%, and you take 4% out easily. Of course, it takes a few days or a few weeks to come there, but if you let it steady go, maybe you can dip again and buy again, and you can buy again, and next engulf. You can reduce your risk, you can scale out some trades, and you can become higher, and then you take your profit there with at least 10 RR, something like that. Yeah. What I want to mention is that there's an interesting point in the dollar Swiss. Why is it so important? First, let me show you the weekly engulf. The weekly is going down. Yeah, as we see, the weekly is pertinent from here in a bearish engulfing, so we can go short. As you see here, the last week went bearish too. So what will it say? It will say we go to a monthly point, and if we go to the monthly, as you see, we hit the monthly, and here under everything's empty. So it's a long time ago. It's a really long time ago. As you see, I make the chart smaller and smaller. When dollar Swiss was so low. As you see, we are coming here. This is 2012, 2011, July 11, which is at the lowest point since years. We can add maybe here, and as you see, there is no other date available. So this is a very critical point for the dollar. If we continue to go down, we came in nowhere land, and maybe here is this spike. This could be the stop, and then we are far away from it. So this is very tricky and very interesting to see how to scale out. If we go back to the weekly, then it touched already the line here, and now it is waiting what the daily will do. We saw that the daily, and I make this chart a bit bigger, you can see that is trying to turn. This was not a complete engulf, but we can say sometimes it takes 2 bars to take a real engulf. It will say it can go to the weekly, but this price is very uncertain, and yeah, what can we expect? I will put my hands off from the dollar Swiss, but it's very interesting on the monthly. these are the critical points, and it looks like we can turn, but be careful with that. Another interesting chart. This is the Bitcoin. How high can we go, or how low can we come? First of all, we go to the weekly, and the weekly said last week we engulf up. Yeah, it will say we go to a monthly stop and reverse point. If we go to the monthly, then you see we go higher, but where is the end point? Bitcoin is still young. It's only a few years old, 10 years old, 10, 12 years old. We came from very low to high. So what is the high? This is very uncertain to say. What you can do is maybe when you go on daily chart and you see an engulf. Make it what? Yeah. You can see an engulf here. What you can do is you can place a long order. Yeah. Here at the high or at the close. I prefer sometimes the close. You can say put your stop here under the lows. You can trade it to a risk at 1.5, 1% risk. 1.5 is your profit, so we can go to 114, something like that. Some people will say we take a higher swing here because we saw an engulf here, and this is a second engulf, which is confirmation. But anyway, if you take this engulf, it's good. You can go up and take your profit here. And don't be greedy and take your money out. Next interesting pair is maybe gold. What do we see in gold? First of all, we go to the weekly chart to see and to mark our points. Trend is a bit engulf up, maybe 2 weeks engulf down, but overall we are still in an uptrend. If you go to the monthly chart, I will say definitely in an uptrend. So the weekly trend is only a little bit false noise. And here again, how high can we go? Because gold never seen prices like this in all those years that they exist. And again, if you trade on daily charts, let's see what will happen here. This is not a really engulf here. Wait maybe for an engulf. Trade it at one point at 1.5 at your risk, and then take your profit. I hope it makes sense. If you want to know more about my trading style, about this pattern, which is very interesting to learn, and it's always it takes time, but it's very nice to do. You can contact me by trading@gmail.com, or you can send a message at YouTube. If you want to analyze some other charts, please let me know. Fill in the comments under the YouTube video, and give me some pairs which I want to analyze or need to analyze, and then I will come back next week. Thank you for watching, and have a good day all. Thank you.